Hey there, everyone. This is Mystic Fish, and welcome to episode 13 of our Factorio Sushi Spectacular. Where are we at? I have finished doing all of the purely blue and blue-black research that I think I'm interested in doing, which means the next step will be purple science. Now, let's see, and just as a couple of updates here, I did set up builds for stack inserters and filter stack inserters, or stack filter inserters. What are these things even called? Stack filter inserters. And I set up a build for exploding tank shells, which means, by the way, that I think what I need is I need a little buffer here. One of these guys. I need a filter inserter. And I need this to be engines. We researched tanks, but I'm going to need engines to actually get a tank. 2 stacks should be fine. I believe a tank requires 64 engines. No, 32. Oh, so 1 stack's enough. Okay, good. This should be set to engines. There we go. And then we say, when you pick up, put you in there. Read hand contacts. No mode of operation. And then we are updating. So do we have wires here? Yes. Are the signals there? And then from here to the, okay, then we can start grabbing the engines as they come through so that we can make a tank at some point. Okay, what else do we know? Let's take a look at current power. It is only down around 10. That's because we're not actively doing any research at the moment. We have updated our demands, so to include the stuff for purple science. And so I think this is really just a matter of building the purple science intermediates, probably over here-ish, somewhere. Let's get our little build here. That lines up there. So I think we are going to need stuff for electric furnaces, for rails, and for more prod modules maybe. And then if we come down here, we are going to need some stuff for purple science. Okay, let's see. Where are we on? Let's just check what our rates need to be here. Okay, where are our rates? So the rates we need, well, we're down to 3 science per minute. I think this is not going to be challenging. 1 electric furnace per minute, 1 prod module per minute, 33 rails per minute. Let's see how fast the rails go. Let's put some... Let's have you build rails. And then what rate do you go at? You build 90, so even 1 is enough for the rails. So, okay, so we won't need more than what we've got here. Okay, that all seems to be straightforward. Let's see, what else have we done? I did do a little bit of biter clearing and pruning around the outsides here just to expand the radar coverage a little bit. And I think what I'll do is I'm just going to set this stuff up. I think it's going to look very similar to stuff we've done before. So we may do this on high speed. So stay tuned. Okay, we have gotten some of this stuff set up. So as you can see, we have our purple science here. We are currently, we've got furnaces and prod modules in here. We're currently mostly waiting on rails. And if we come back over this way, we can see where we're at on this. So here we are basically blocked on steel. So as we get steel in, we'll be putting that together. I wonder if, I suspect the stone furnaces might be asking for all of this. Let's see. How much are you wanting here? Here it is. Okay, you're actually wanting 1,000 steel. All right, so these guys are stealing a lot of the steel up here. Stealing the steel, haha. But it looks like they're blocked on stone bricks as well. Okay, let's come back over here. Because if we look at our current counts, right? Let's look at our green wire here. We actually have 44 purple science. If you look down there on the right on the green wire. So that's good, but we're not actually doing any research. And that's because the labs are not picking it up. So I think that's because we have to actually come over here and update this guy and say, we actually would also like some purple science, please. Okay, now all these guys are looking for purple science. So as the purple science comes around, we will pick that up and start researching. Okay, now the other thing that I have been thinking about is that we are, we have enough stone production, right? These things are all, the miners have plenty of stone backed up in here. So, okay, so we're not short on stone. Let's come check the stone furnaces real quick. Steel is going full bore. Stone bricks. Stone bricks have, we got plenty of stone bricks, production-wise. Okay, so that's just a matter of, we got stuff on the wire somewhere. How much stone bricks? We have 142 sitting out here somewhere, and I guess we can see, what are we backing up here? We are still buffering stone here. So the question is, who's stealing our stone bricks at the moment? And is it this guy? So these guys are not getting stone bricks. So the question is, oh, maybe here. Yeah, all the stone bricks are going into buffering for the walls. Okay, that's fine. We can let that go. That's gonna catch up eventually. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna go off camera and we'll be back. Let's take a look at our research agenda here. We know that we want effect transmission for beacons. I mean, we don't technically need them, I don't think. But I think they'll be good to have. It could let us, add more. We probably just use the beacons for efficiency modules. We can get more productivity if we upgrade to prod module 3s. I don't think we need coal liquefaction. We have plenty of oil stuff. Inserter capacity, I'm not going to get that right now. I will get blue belts though. That's going to be important for us. We're not doing any bot stuff. We do need these speed modules in order to build the rocket. And right now, lab speed is not a bottleneck. Do we want any uranium business? I don't think so. I think this is our entire research agenda. So, and in fact, I actually want to reorder this because I don't know that we really have to go that the main thing that we want first, I think, are blue belts. I think the blue belts are going to be directly helpful. That's going to improve the overall throughput of the overall belt. That'll mean it'll reduce the buffer sizes as we've seen before when we went from yellow belts to red belts. So that's the one I think we need to do first. Then I think we can... Actually, we're going to do all the purple research anyway. So let's get these. That'll let us like fool around with, is it interesting to do these? And then we will pick off the level 3 modules, which we need for the rocket silo. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off screen unless something comes up where for some reason we can't just proceed through this research. It's going to be a while, I think, actually, you know what? I'm going to be back, I think, after we research the blue belts, because then we're going to start adding a few more things. Like we'll need to start doing lubricant and electric engines just lubricant and a blue belt setup. And then it's just going to take us a long time to build up enough blue belts. So maybe we'll be back briefly after we have finished this research. And so I will talk to you then. So in the meantime, we will be waiting for all that research to happen. We are, as we said, predicted to just do 3 science per minute. So this is going to be, how much science is in this? 300. So that will take at least 100 minutes. No, it won't take that long. Sorry, we're producing, take a look at this. No, because these are 15 seconds. So that means we're only producing 3 per minute. We have enough labs to chew through all of that stuff. So it is going to take 100 minutes. It'll take 100 minutes. So that's a good, almost 2 hours. We're definitely not going to make you sit through that. So I'm going to go off screen while that research is happening. And it's going to take even longer to sort of build up the necessary buffers of stuff. Anyway, so we will be back once something interesting happens. All right. Okay, we are back. We have finished the research of Logistics 3 here and are partway into looking at Assembly Machine 3s. As a result, we have been working on blue belts. So I set up the lubricant processing up here. I put this up in the corner here just after the advanced oil processing to give it sort of first dibs on the heavy oil. And otherwise, this is very similar to things that we've seen. Pulling the heavy oil barrels off, putting the empties back on, feeding them in, pulling empties over here to then barrel up the lubricant. Down over here in the mall, these are normal mall sorts of things for the blue belts, with the exception that we need lubricant for them. And conveniently enough, because these assembly machines are right next to each other, we can pull lubricant barrels off here and pipe the lubricant directly in over here. And as you can see, we've made 1 blue belt. All right. So that is moving along. The other thing that I think was kind of interesting that I discovered was coming over here. We got a little bottlenecked on our rails production for a little while, and that was because if you'll notice, these buffer chests are now steel chests, and that's because the iron chest that we had in here before actually just got completely full of stone and steel, and so there was no room to put the sticks in. So I did 2 things. One was I just backed the demand off on this a little bit, and then I also upgraded these buffer chests to steel chests, and that sort of unblocked us for a little bit. That is, I think, all there is to report right now, and so until we either finish the purple science or we have stocked up enough blue belts, and I've done the calculation here. So if we look at our map view here, we did the usual, how many belts do I have? And so that says 2,2500. I thought that it said 2,700 previously. But, okay, fine. I'm going to err on the side of let's build enough of these. So if we round that up, that'll be 2,800. That should be enough to cover all of our existing sushi belt. And so until we either get 2,800 blue belts and associated blue splitters, or we have finished the purple science, I think we will continue working off screen. So without further ado, I guess we will go ahead and wait for that, and it'll be very fast for you and not so fast for me. All right, we are back and we have finished all of the pure purple research that we need to launch a rocket. So the remaining techs we need are pretty much just rocket control units, I think. I've got all the rest of this. So we will need to set up yellow science next. But we will leave that as a problem for future Mystic Fish, of course, as always. In the meantime, what I think this means we can do is we can disconnect the purple science bits, like so. That should remove it from the demand. So now, yes, we no longer have demand for purple science, and that increases the amount of belt space we can provide to lubricant and gears and red belts and things like that, so that while we go off and design yellow science, we can have a little more space for building the blue belts. Let's take a quick check here. We're up to a whopping 112 blue belts, so definitely more to do there. We've been continuing to chew through resources here. We still have several locations available for copper, so I'm not worried about that. We definitely still have a bunch of coal now that we are running primarily on solid fuel for power, and we're not really needing the coal for power, and we're not doing black science research at the moment, so we don't need the coal for grenades. Then the coal is mostly going into plastic at this point. So I did pick one of these up that ran out of resources. You can see it right here. If we find that we sort of run out of resources on another one of these, I think we may find that we need to do a coal expansion, I guess. And I'm hoping we can hold off on that and see if we can't just eke it out. I guess this is probably the coal we would go get if we had to. I have been watching pollution here. So pollution cloud is sort of inching close over here, and it is inching close over here. I actually went and, oh, that's the other thing. I built a tank. I didn't think it was that interesting to really just show me driving around and blowing stuff up. I did clear this stuff out. It is just worms at this point, so even if the pollution cloud does cover those guys, it's not going to result in attacks. And yeah, so I think that's where we're at. We are running extremely low on stone. So it's a good thing that we are not actively doing more purple science yet. In fact, can we even see the stone under here? Maybe. Where is the stone? I can't even see it on the map. Can't even see it. There's so little of it left. We will be needing to build more purple science, obviously, when we research the rocket silo. So we are going to probably need a stone expansion. This looks like a very likely place, just because it is so close to existing belts. If we do that expansion, I'll probably do it off camera. But in the meantime, just taking a look research-wise, what are the things that I think we want to do here? I think the main things that we want to get here are the rocket control units. Possibly we want more of the military tech. Evolution is currently at 0.6, so we're still quite a way away from behemoth biters, and at least my little escapade with the tank did suggest that we're probably okay. But I think we'll probably, this more mining productivity could be good. But I think at this point, what would probably make sense is go get the rocket control unit. Maybe these bullet upgrades, weapon upgrades, these 3 here. And then I think that'll be just it for the yellow science, and then we'll see if we can kick over to the rocket silo and see if that will take us the rest of the way. Where is the rocket silo? Here it is. So I think the research agenda, what did I just say? It's going to be that, followed by... Does that actually get us anything we want? I don't think it does. I think it's just going to be that for right now. And then we'll see where evolution is after we have done that. Okay, so we'll do that. And I think what we'll do is next episode, we'll set up the yellow science, get that going, see what that looks like. I don't expect there to be too much of a surprise there. I think this is going to look very similar to things that we've already done. We've already got lubricants on the belt, so everything else should be pretty straightforward. We'll have to make electric engines. I'm thinking that's going to look very similar to this, sort of grabbing the lubricant and dumping it out. And so, I don't know, I think we'll be in good shape here, but that will definitely be a problem for future mystic fish. Good milestone today. I've finished our purple research. And we're continuing on. We are going to launch a rocket here, folks, by hook or by crook. So stay tuned. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.